One related question, Dave, especially because we face this challenge a lot, and I think this will be a huge value to other practitioners in the space. There's so much noise about AI, right? And I used to work in Amazon's Alexa team doing conversational AI and building on a bunch of these problems. But I'm biased. When I talk about it, it's like, oh, you're the part of the companies. Obviously, you say like, hey, this is what we should be looking for. But and almost it's becoming like a marketing buzzword, right? And I've seen crypto companies having .ai domain names. It's so weird. So in your assessment, let's talk about sort of problems which you're looking to solve. Which problems do you see AI helping you with, number one? And number two, again, what's your sort of BS radar around this? What are you sort of, when you are being hit by these sort of approaches, how do you mine through it?
Yeah, I think there are a couple of things come to mind. So yeah, I know AI is really being is a tag that's slapped on a lot of stuff these days, but I think I can relate a lot to how I think differently about AI capabilities based on my own personal journey. Mm-hmm. So before we ever started working with Level AI, we had already dipped into using AI technologies in a variety of areas, and we use it on the front end for self-help for a while. And this is where we ran into, in doing the vendor evaluations, like learning a lot about like how one technology works versus another. Yeah. And so for example, understanding the difference between supervised machine learning and unsupervised machine learning, and keyword-based systems versus intent-based systems that in and of itself, just getting the delineation between those major paradigm shifts is huge. Yeah. And it really helps you, number one, target what your ML does better. And number two, it helps you refine it at a faster rate, right? And so for us, I'm trying to take on zero keyword-based systems, right? I don't want any keyword-based systems. I want everything to be an intent-based system. I want to get, unsupervised machine learning in place as much as possible. Now, there is value in some supervised machine learning depending on the use case, but we do still do that in some areas. But those are the things that we think about in terms of how we sift through, what is truly AI versus what is just searching for what is, like advanced search, right?
Regex is on your transcript. Yeah.
Well, exactly. So so there's a difference there, and the AI technology can be applied in all kinds of different ways, and it's just a lot for us. It's just thinking about if we're going to scale this up. We always say, if we're going to scale this operation, if we grew 10x, would we be able to continue using this capability, and would it work for us?
Mm-hmm. That's fascinating. And again, on this, obviously you're sort of self-taught and you have a technical background. It seems like you're undergrad in mechanical engineering. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Yep. So clearly, like that helps, and I can see it that you love this stuff. So it's amazing to partner with folks like you in that respect. And I love that idea of making that vendor selection process an education process. And really, I think that's so cool. And for folks like us, training our sales team and our sales engineering teams and our customer success teams in such a way that they can partner with prospects and customers on that educational journey. Because one of the challenges for us is, as we are building these magical experiences, we have to take our customers along. We have to take our customers along and educate them and also learn from them. And that's the best kind of relationship. And because if we are not able to educate them, and if they're like, this is not, I don't buy the difference here, then clearly either we're not doing a good job or our product is not doing a good job. Either one of those two things. But from a customer service leader's perspective, it can be such a rewarding exercise if you're investing time in this vendor selection, thinking, I'm learning from them. I'm going to get smarter and take all these ideas and right, like either do it
That's
myself
right.
or partner with someone. That's such a rewarding experience.
Yeah, and it's interesting, and you're saying this from the vendor's point of view, and I'm your customer, but we deal with the same thing as a SaaS vendor with our own customers. Like
exactly, yeah.
The best relationships we have end up having are those customers who push our thinking a little bit and ask us, why does your feature work this way, and wouldn't it be better if it worked this other way, and for us to take that feedback, then give it back to our product team, help them understand the why behind it and what the opportunity is on the other side. But yeah, those are the most rewarding, and sometimes they can be challenging relationships, but they push you both in the right direction, and they do develop it's a great educational opportunity.